Welcome back, chart addicts, to another incredible episode. In this video, I'll be showing you guys the incredible life of Tyler McKechnie. He's a serial entrepreneur and trader here in Miami, Florida. We'll be walking you guys through how he spends his day, how he spends his time, and some tips and tricks for you guys to help maximize your productivity and to help maximize your success in business. I look forward to kind of showing you guys the behind the scenes, and obviously, you guys are going to see a lot of cool things, but the most important part is the value and the knowledge that you're going to get from somebody who is a master and an expert in their craft. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let's go ahead and get it started. All right, guys, so Tyler's gonna give us a quick tour of some of his cars. Now, Tyler, can you explain to me some of the different cars you have here and why did you have so many? And guys, by the way, last time I came to see him, basically I thought he was having a party at his house. He had like 15 cars parked in the driveway. Turns out they're all his. So Tyler, you wanna take it off and just tell us what we're looking at here?
Yeah, and all the cars aren't here, but you know, one of the things I was explaining to Roy is that every car has its own purpose. A lot of people think you just buy cars to have cars, but you know, when we take a look at the G-Wagon, for example, it's like, okay, this is the daily driver, this is the tank, as you would say. This is something you can take on a 4-hour, 5-hour road trip. You're gonna go have a good time. Then a wide body Lamborghini, I mean, who doesn't want a wide body Lamborghini in their arsenal? As soon as it came off the showroom, it went straight for the Novatec wide body. It has Novatec exhaust on it, stage 2, beautiful carbon fiber. But then the interior, right? Like I told you guys before, I'm an interior guy. If this car had a basic black interior, I wouldn't have even bought it, no matter how sick it looked on the outside. The inside had to be unique, and I'm normally not a peanut butter guy, but this is the vintage brown, so it has this kind of like aged kind of look to it, and it's just super classy. Reminds me of like a fancy gentleman's club where you're gonna go have a scotch or a whiskey or something. It's just, it's very up class. So I fell in love with the vintage brown look and said, okay, this is actually my first ever peanut butter interior vehicle that I've had. So like I said, very unique, very different, but that's what made me fall in love with it. Obviously it's loud, it's fast, it's unique. It's also back. If you haven't noticed, this thing is really lowered, and right now it's not aired all the way out. I can air it out, and we're tucking these wheels. We have a Raptor over here, and everybody needs a work truck, so why not have the coolest freaking work truck you can have, which is a Ford Raptor, and every single means, and especially the original V8 version, right? You can see the new versions that aren't, you know, real metal, they're aluminum, and they're not a V8. V8, there's nothing like it. That thing's a tank. Those engines go for like 300,000 miles. And then a classic back here, this is a project car, and we're still missing a few cars, one in the garage and 2 that aren't here today. But this is a BMW 8 Series from '93 V12 engine. When you buy cars that are classics that are gonna appreciate, limited production engines, V12s for example, there's nothing else like it. So you buy cars like that that'll appreciate. I have a '93 Land Rover Defender that's not here, fully restored right now, and I'll show you guys in the garage in a little, and we're gonna explore the little 1977 classic I have in there. But
we should do that for sure.
And the point is, every car has its own purpose. The one you're gonna see in the garage, that is a go-kart, a street legal go-kart. There's nothing like it. You'll have the most fun driving it. And like I said, the BMW, that's a project car. That's a, hey, classic from right before I was born. What kind of car was a multi-million-dollar executive driving in that era where you were created, right? You know, and you think about that and go, oh, that's just a cool car. That's something you want to have. And classic cars are only going up in value. And if you can learn to buy cars right, you can actually have them cost you less than, honestly, leasing or even buying a pretty standard car. It's all about how you really do a car hack on cars and find ways to save money. So if there's one thing I've done with all these vehicles, it's buy them right.
Okay.
And when you buy things right, it actually, if I want to sell any of them, it really wouldn't cost me anything to have driven them in the grand scheme compared to, right, like you would have been paying, let's say $500 a month for a brand new Honda lease in today's world. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if I can have an exotic car after I sell it in 3 years, have only cost me $500 a month to drive it.
It's the same. So it's the hack to basically pay the same amount that you would pay for a regular car, but to be able to finance something incredible like this.
Correct.
crazy, but Tyler has a boat or a yacht parked in his backyard. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out real quick, give you guys a quick tour, and then hopefully pick Tyler's brain about a few things. 82-foot mega yacht here with Tyler.
To show people what it's like to be able to do these things. I remember coming to Miami 5 years ago, getting on my first yacht ever and going, man, this is cool. And here I am 5 years later with one in my backyard. So it all just starts with envisioning, understanding what you're looking to achieve, and not letting anything stop you, right? When I put my mind to something and I want it, there's nothing that could possibly stop me from getting it. And I think it's a mentality and a mindset most people don't have. They give up on their dreams too easily. Whereas if you just really go all in on it, and your belief and vision is so strong that it can't let you give up, then you're ultimately going to get it every single time, because the law of attraction is more powerful than anything else. So,
all right, guys, so we learned a lot of things about patience. We learned a lot of things about having focus, having determination, and just kind of doing things at the right time in your entrepreneurial journey. The things that I've taken away from Tyler are that he uses a lot of these things that would be considered liabilities as an asset. So he finds a way to make money from a lot of his investments. He finds a way to turn a lot of these passion projects into investments. That's how he's able to afford them, and that's how he's able to kind of have so many of these different assets. And so a big takeaway that I've gotten from Tyler today would definitely be, if you're going to go out and buy certain things, make sure that it can make you money and it can be a benefit to your life as opposed to just costing you. There's a lot of great takeaways from someone like Tyler, who's a serial entrepreneur, who, like he said, 5 years ago was coming down to Miami and being on his first yacht. And now 5 years later, he's got 3 of them. He's able to do whatever he wants. He's able to kind of use these for networking and for other opportunities. So tons of things to take away from Tyler's tour today, and I hope that you guys were able to benefit as well.